Welcome to our news recap for August for all Pink Floyd related news. This month saw Pink Floyd collectors run a competition to win a rare rock photography calendar for 2024. There were 3 lucky winners, so congratulations to those. That was Bartos from Poland, Terry Shea from USA, and Phil from Australia. They've all been dispatched now, so congratulations. Do keep an eye on all our social media. We are going to have another competition running soon. It's a fantastic prize also. We have news of a David Gilmour reissue, albeit a remix. This is an album that was called Metallic Spheres, that was released back in 2010. It's now been reimagined, remixed, and it's actually been retitled. So now it's Metallic Spheres in colour, and it's the Orb and David Gilmour. Previously, it was the Orb featuring David Gilmour. It's due for release in September on the 29th, and it's coming in basically 2 formats, CD and vinyl, and it will be, of course, across all streaming sites. So that's David Gilmour and the Orb, Metallic Spheres in colour. Roger Waters has now added the track Time to streaming services. That follows the addition of Money last month. So these are 2 tracks off of his Dark Side of the Moon Redux, which is due for release on October the 6th. We can confirm now too, the album will feature an additional composition. So that's, if you like, on the 4th side. It's titled as a 13-minute original ambient bonus track. So we wait to see exactly what that is, but it could be the musicians jamming or just some ethereal music. The live shows have both now sold out. They're taking place in London on October the 8th and 9th. There are tickets on secondary sites, and I did notice on the second night there are some expensive VIP tickets available. So Time is now available to stream. Check it out. It's totally different from the original, as Roger has said. It does take a few listens to kind of break free of the original. But personally, I'm liking these tracks. I think there's kind of a totally different feel. It's definitely an older man. It's an older ear, if you like. It's not rock and roll. It's more, a little bit more bluesy, jazzy, very much like a cocktail bar kind of track you'd have while you're sipping on a martini. But they're available for you to check out now. Roger Waters has appeared on the podcast Redline TV. That's now available on YouTube. He discusses the new Dark Side of the Moon Redux album. He also refutes being an anti-Semite. It's an interesting listen. Lots of political content, as you'd expect with Roger. But certainly the information around the Dark Side of the Moon Redux is interesting and certainly worth checking out. Another podcast certainly worth giving some time to is The Treatment, which is broadcast via KCRW. It's an interview or a chat with Roddy Bogawa. And of course, this is all around the movie Have You Got It Yet? The story of Syd Barrett and Pink Floyd. I will put the link in the video description here so you can find it. But that's The Treatment with director Roddy Bogawa on Pink Floyd's Syd Barrett. Our third recommendation in the podcast world is an interview with Dom Beken. That's Nick Mason's keyboard player. It's Spadek Germanic. This is a guy who managed to catch up with Dom while the band were there in Katowice, Poland. Definitely worth checking out, though. There's a lot of new information in this podcast. Dom mentions that the band are considering recording their own music and obviously probably playing that live. And he's also confirmed that the band are looking at 2024 dates and did mention in passing that if it was to be North America, for example. So it looks like that the band are certainly going to be out on the road next year and could be with some new material as well. So 2024 is already looking interesting. New on bookstands in the UK this month was the magazine Prog, which features Pink Floyd on the cover and dives into the Dark Side of the Moon. Obviously, this being its 50th anniversary year. It's an interesting read. Obviously, nothing really new in terms of who they've talked to. But yeah, it's certainly worth checking out if you're in the UK, or you can find a copy to order worldwide. That's Prog Magazine. That concludes our monthly news roundup for all Pink Floyd related news for August.